Now we do have Alliance's Loda. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up? I'm fine.
Not too much. Pretty awesome game to watch. How do you feel after that victory?
Well, I mean, the first game we were quite confident and felt we had control from minute one, kinda. I mean, except for the fact that we didn't handle bottom and Sylla so well.
Yeah.
That was just not much to say about that. I mean, for once, S4 was able to get a lot of space in mid. I mean, compared to the game when we played Navi earlier today, they focused a lot on the mid lane, and S4 got a bit more space this time, and he pretty much carried us, I would say, that game.
Sure.
And second game, I'm not sure. I mean, we're kind of playing the losing game, and it's hard to keep up all the focus after playing such an important game as the game against Navi earlier today. So we have had some trouble reaching our own planes, like playing our own game and reacting in the right way, but we were able to, I don't know, make use of Fnatic's mistakes and then take some important fights. And I mean, after I fed a bit in the beginning, I would say I was like 1-4 or something, but after that I didn't die much, and yeah, we were able to make use of Fnatic's mistakes and then just get back into the game by stealing the Roche, and that was probably the deciding factor.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah, you'd had a rough start, but you bounced back pretty well. Obviously, S4 making the plays with that blink skewer, the first one, and then they bought back and then lost Luna again. So you got the Roche. You really just started swinging back completely in that favor. Prior to that moment, did you think the game was lost?
Which moment did you say?
Before the first big team fight that you won, where you were able to pick off the Lone Druid and the Luna by scaring them out of the pit. Just before that, did you think that the game was pretty much over?
Well, I mean, we knew we were playing the losing game, but there are always situations when you will be able to turn. I mean, and when you have Empower in late game and you have a Furion for split pushing, being sneaky with the Shadow Blade and everything, I mean, of course we did feel the game was quite, I mean, very heavily in Fnatic's favor, but we don't like giving up, and we fought our way back into that.
Yeah. Certainly not without a fight, and there were just some great opportunities where S4 got some great pickoffs and opportunities to set you guys up, and then of course you were farmed enough that you were able to deliver the damage up front for the first couple fights, and then after that, I mean, you bought like a butterfly almost outright. I mean, that must have been a big boost in your confidence.
Yeah, that fight was very, very confusing because they bought the Eagle Horn and then they went for the Roche to initiate on us, kinda, and I told my team to back out so we could regroup and so on, but then we just went in and the Luna ran straight in, so I went for the Luna, but then after Roche died, Luna, I don't know, I didn't have time to check, but maybe his inventory was full. But I was able to like slip past him, grab the Aegis, and after that, then they were playing the losing game, they were out of position, and that's the scary thing about Roche. I mean, Fnatic is a team that loves taking Roche quite fast into the game and making use of that, but we used to be the same, but we see Roche as a double-edged sword, you know, because it's so easy to get caught out of position, and just you can lose a fight just because of how stupid the terrain is around the Roche pit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of close calls, a lot of back and forth. How about that one last team fight you had down on bottom? The two teams were circling kind of back and forth, blocking out the territory. You both had blown smokes just recently. Going on to that one, what was the communication like in your voice?
No, but I don't know. It's hard to say. We're actually quite calm.
Sure.
In these situations, we keep talking, keep the talk going. Like I'm going in a little bit, and then we just keep telling each other to like play safe, to just get into that situation where the fight will be in our favor. And we were quite strong at that point, so we knew we didn't have to. We didn't have to stress anything, and as long as we didn't get like caught out of position, we could win it. And then I mean, it's really nice. S4 wanted the EGM to go for the Evil Scepter, and it worked really well.
Oh yeah,
especially in the finishing move when Luna bought back and you evils the Luna and skewer him back and just kill him.
Yeah, pretty much like having a free Shadow Demon there at the end, which is, of course,
Yeah.
awesome to get those setups. And once that second buyback from Luna was spent, obviously it was GG 100%. But yeah, it was a little bit back and forth, a little bit hazy until that point in time. Do you think that the early game disadvantage was due to individual mistakes or just miscoordination as a team? Is there anything you had in mind about that?
Can you ask me once again? Sorry.
This is the early part of the game. Obviously, game 1 was kind of a wash. That was huge advantage. But in game 2, you started out pretty weak. Do you think it was individual mistakes or just the amount of pressure they put on S4? Or
I think that, yeah. I mean, they had a nice strategy, their way of double laning mid and such. So S4 kind of got, like, he didn't get his own kind of game, and then we got a bit stressed and started roaming a bit, etc. But I mean, we did keep the clock down quite heavily on top.
Yeah.
He barely got any XP and such, so we were. And Ake was able to do fine. He ended up going bottom lane and kind of leeching there for a while, and I think we handled the early game okay, because we didn't really have a lineup to do very much when they laned that way. But after that, I don't know. We did some mistakes going into the mid game, or a lot of mistakes that kind of fucked up our team fights and so on.
Sure. It's understandable. I mean, you can't have all great games. I mean, right now you guys are on a pretty good streak, though. I mean, taking down Navi, taking down Fnatic. As far as the G1 qualifiers that happened earlier today, now you're in a position where you're going to be taking down on Fnatic in the G1 winners bracket. Based on the way the matches went today, do you think you can do it again?
If we can beat Fnatic? Yeah, sure. I mean, of course, we are always very confident in ourselves, and we think that having the games we had today, where Fnatic is going to prepare even more for our games tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a couple of tense and even series.
Yeah, so how do you kind of prepare for those kind of games? Like up against Fnatic, do you have a certain draft in mind, or you just kind of do a little bit of analysis piece by piece?
I think we mostly go by analysis and pick according to that. We change our bans a little bit according to different teams, but I think we will just go into the game and try to outplay them and just try to get our own game and not get split pushed.
Sure. Yeah, that kind of pressure and eliminating the Rat Dota style has really helped you guys a lot, and just kind of going for those big team fights and worked well for your style here. So beyond that, do you have any thoughts about the recent TI3 announcements, international? Do you think you're going to be invited onto it outright, or that you're going to have to fight it out in the Western qualifiers?
Something tells me that we're going to get an invite if I can be that arrogant.
I mean, there's 12 teams, so you guys are definitely considered one of the top teams in Europe.
I mean, we've been proving ourselves throughout the year, I feel, but at the same time, we are very much ready to like have to perform in a qualifier and reach the tournament that way. We don't take anything for granted, and I'm not really sure how they're going to be handling the invites and how many.
Sure.
And so on. But I mean, sure, we have good chances, but we never take anything for granted, and we always want to prove ourselves.
Sure enough. Well, yeah, I mean, you move on forward and you keep on advancing, changing your style up a lot. I mean, you're one of the more dynamic teams, you specifically playing a wide array of carries, and of course that allows your team to be very flexible.
By the way, I can say that we actually just got our invite to TA3.
Holy crap! Awesome. How's that make you feel?
It feels really great, of course. I mean, what can I say? It feels so awesome. Something we've been working for.
Wow.
For so many months right now, and we still have a long way to go to really perfect our play and keep evolving and improving our play style.
Sweet.
But I mean, sure, it's. I mean, we feel so honored getting that invite as the second team. I mean, sure, IG are the kings, but at the same time, we're extremely honored by that, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Did you get like the physical little note there, or is that still coming?
No, yeah, I just came in through the door. No, I just got the message,
Sure
and
enough.
I heard it was official right now. The
Yeah,
news
I'm
is
looking at the
published.
site. We see IG, LGD Gaming, I'm assuming the Chinese team there, then Orange, yourselves Alliance, and then Fnatic and Team Liquid. How do you feel you compare to those 6 individuals there?
I mean, it's the same as always. I feel that we're a great team, and if we just focus on our own playstyle and are able to adapt to other teams' playstyles, I think we have a great chance of going far. And we're aiming for top 3. Or of course, we're aiming for the gold, but what
Hmm.
we really want to achieve is a top 3 position.
Definitely. How do you feel that the boot camping in the game house is going to affect your play now that Alliance is kind of setting that up so that you guys will be prepared in that regard?
Oh, I think maybe in the beginning it's going to be a bit different because even though people say that it's you're going to sit down in a gaming house, it's going to be so awesome. I think it's going to be. We'll see how we're going to handle it, but it's going to be a bit different in how you play and how you communicate next to each other and everything. But I think it's going to help us immensely, and I think we're going to be improve a lot for that.
Definitely, man.
So looking forward to it.
Cool. Well, I wish you best of luck in that, of course. Moving on forward, you guys are in a great position in the G1 League qualifiers, in the Premier League playoffs, and now invited to International. You guys have so many great matches to look forward to, so hopefully you'll be ready for them.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, thanks
See
for
ya.
coming on. Do you have any shout-outs you want to give before you go?
Shout out to my awesome team and everyone's friends and family, my girlfriend and such. I want everyone to know that we are truly a team in Alliance, and we know that this is all a team effort, and I just want to thank my team for being awesome.
Sure enough. Cool, man. Well, thanks for
Yeah,
coming on.
great.
Appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next one. Good games.
Yeah, take care.
See ya.
Yeah, take care. Cheers.
Cheers.